Are you getting ready for your next in-person or hybrid event that has an in-person element? Well, I have 3 office supplies that I want to make sure that you don't forget in your event kit. This is if you work in events in any capacity. I feel like it might be second nature, but everybody loves a reminder. Before we jump into it, I'm Logan Clements, freelance event producer, and I want to remind you to like, subscribe, turn on that little notification bell so you get notified every single Monday when I drop new videos. In addition to doing these lovely videos, I am the co-host of the Better Events podcast that I co-host with fellow event pro Mary Davidson. You can listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts, but it's all about how we can all attend, host, and create better events filled with more free tidbits if you love free info, which I'll just assume if you're watching on YouTube, you definitely love free info, so give it a listen. The inspiration for this week's video is I just came off a hybrid event for a conference that I was running the production for. So I was in charge of all of the virtual videos running on time, as well as the in-person experience. And so I was on site with my production team, and I have been on site for a number of events, big budget, low budget, everywhere in between. And these were just like, as I was doing my mental checklist, these were a couple office supplies that I remembered to throw in my bag. And after the event, I was like, oh, thank God I did. So I want to share this tidbit with you guys here in the event world. But my first one is going to be to remember to bring some name tags. So I got these lovely little things at Target, just some little rectangular labels. You could totally get the hello, my name is, but a little sticker, little white sticker that you can peel off. And I had them for everybody who was on my event team. We made sure that we wrote our name and our pronouns. And it was something that you can have printed name tags. That's amazing. But like bare minimum, you need to make sure that you have name tags for your team. It just helps make sure that attendees know you're approachable. They can address you by name, which always helps. And that you're there and like working the event versus being a regular attendee. If you work an event that already gives out staff name tags, I don't think that's needed, but I also have shown up at events where I've just had a badge that says staff. So again, that's not bad, but I think having a couple of these in your event kit is just going to set you up for success, that you can quickly have people pop on some name tags, and it just makes everybody a little bit more welcoming. My second office supply I would make sure to have in your bag, and you might already have this one from before COVID, but some lovely clear Scotch tape. This was a big thing for this hybrid client. We thought a lot about the virtual attendee process and where they would go on the platform and how the buttons were laid out. But for the in-person experience, we needed to think about how an in-person attendee was going to get around the venue and the grounds and how they were going to know to go from one room to the other. And even though I was just in charge of the production side, this tape was so helpful for posting up signage in the rooms that let you know, hey, here's what's happening when, here's what's coming next. Scan this QR code to get on the platform. All of that lovely information. Because we had this tape, we were very easily able to hang up some signage in each of the rooms that we were responsible for that just let some more analog people who could have found this information on the event app, but maybe they just wanted to look at it on the wall. It helped kind of hit that home for them. So being able to have physical tape to post up any signage that you need while you're on site, it's going to be so helpful. And my third and final office supply to make sure you're in your event kit, again, from the production side, black tape, gaff tape, duct tape, whatever you want. This was super helpful. We had a lot of cables and cords going around helping attach speakers' laptops to the screens and vice versa, and power cables and everything. And we just brought in some black tape the day before the event when we did a rehearsal, and we went and just taped down everything and any cable that ran across any place that a human could walk. Because the last thing you want is you want someone tripping at your event. And this was something that, again, seemed like something I would have relied on our venue maybe to have, or the venue folks. But a lot of this was pretty DIY. And so it was helpful that I just had it on hand for our team to be able just to tape down things whenever we saw them versus needing to wait and call somebody from the facilities to come and help. So again, my list of 3 things to make sure you don't forget in your kit: name tags, clear Scotch tape, and some black gaff tape or duct tape. Don't go for something like I had somebody bring me like blue painter's tape or something. Don't do that because it's going to stand out. Black is really helpful. If you have to do gray like the standard duct tape, that's fine too. But just something that looks nice and clean and keeps people from tripping. That's all I have for you folks. Those are those 3 office supplies you want to make sure are in your event kit for your next in-person or hybrid event, because I know we all know how to do this. If you're a seasoned event pro, or if you're new to events and you're not sure, these are all just like helpful things to have. And once again, a lot of themes of what I talk about are things we learn by doing. And I learned by doing that the name tags was $1.99 for me to buy, and it had way more than a $1.99 impact when multiple people could address myself and my team members by name. So set yourself up for success with these 3 event supplies in your event kit. As always, I'm Logan Clements, freelance event producer. This has been another installment of my favorite tips and tricks when it comes to event planning and running your own business. As always, I love making these videos for you, so please drop comments and questions below in the comments if you have any specific videos you want to see next, and I will be back in your feeds again next week.